What if I told you that the Ford Motor Company wouldn't exist without two red-haired brothers who died broke and forgotten? That Henry Ford himself owed his entire empire to these men, yet betrayed them so badly it sparked one of the biggest corporate lawsuits in history. This is the tragic story of John and Horace Dodge, the forgotten titans who built America's auto industry with their bare hands, only to watch it destroy them. It's 1887. Two brothers arrive in Detroit with 50 cents between them and nothing but raw ambition. John and Horace Dodge grew up dirt poor in Niles, Michigan. "We were the poorest kids in town," they later recalled. "When cold weather came, we went barefooted and wore ragged clothes." But poverty forged them into steel. Working in their father's machine shop, they mastered the art of precision engineering. When the family business collapsed, they didn't give up. They got better. They moved to Detroit, worked grueling jobs in smoke-filled factories, and slowly built their reputation as the finest machinists in the city. In 1900, the brothers opened Dodge Brothers Machine Shop. Within months, they were building engines for Ransom Olds. Revolutionary curved dash, America's first mass-produced car. Success followed success until 1902, when a desperate man named Henry Ford walked through their doors. Ford had failed twice before. He was broke, had a terrible reputation, and most suppliers wouldn't touch him. But the Dodge brothers saw something others didn't. They struck a deal that would change history. They'd supply Ford with complete running gear for his cars. When Ford couldn't pay his bills, the brothers made a brilliant move. They traded $10,000 in debt for 10% ownership of the Ford Motor Company. This decision made them rich beyond their wildest dreams. The brothers didn't just supply parts. They built almost every component of Ford's legendary Model T. By 1914, they employed 5,000 workers and were the world's largest automotive parts supplier. Their $10,000 investment had grown to $32 million. But success came with a price. Detroit's elite society rejected them for their working-class roots and wild behavior. The brothers' response? They bought their way in. When Horace was denied membership to an exclusive country club, he built a massive mansion next door just to annoy the members. As the years passed, tensions with Ford grew. The brothers offered suggestions to improve his cars, but Ford's ego wouldn't allow it. "I'm tired of being carried around in Henry Ford's vest pocket," John declared in 1913, resigning from Ford's board. In 1914, they launched their own car company. The first Dodge automobile was revolutionary. All-metal body, electric starter, 35 horsepower engine that crushed Ford's Model T. Within a year, they were America's third largest automaker. Ford was furious. His former partners were using dividends from their Ford stock to fund their competing business. His solution? Stop paying dividends entirely. The brothers sued and won $2 million in court. Humiliated, Ford bought them out for $25 million in 1919. By 1920, Dodge Brothers was the second largest car company in America, selling 145,000 vehicles annually. Their cars were so reliable that the U.S. Army chose them as their first military vehicles. They had invented the word dependability, and their slogan was simple: "It speaks for itself." The brothers had everything: wealth, success, respect, and each other. They were at the absolute peak of their powers, ready to challenge Ford's dominance permanently. Then tragedy struck with devastating speed. In January 1920, both brothers attended the New York Auto Show. They returned home with influenza that quickly became pneumonia. John, the older brother and driving force behind their empire, died first. Horace recovered physically, but was emotionally shattered. "The passing of my dear brother is a loss so great that I hesitate to look forward to the years ahead," he said. Horace tried to continue, but his health rapidly declined. Just 11 months after losing John, he died from cirrhosis of the liver at age 52. The brothers who had conquered the automotive world were gone within a year of each other. Their widows sold the company to investment bankers who knew nothing about cars. Sales plummeted 40%. The company that had been second in America fell to 13th place. In 1928, Walter Chrysler bought the struggling firm for $170 million. Today, Dodge survives as part of Stellantis, producing iconic muscle cars like the Challenger and Charger. But the brothers' names appear only on badges and grills. Few remember that John and Horace Dodge were the true architects of America. Henry Ford lived to 83 and died worth billions. The Dodge brothers died young, their legacy overshadowed by the very man they helped create. They deserved better. They deserved to be remembered not just as names on cars, but as the forgotten titans who motorized America. Sometimes the people who change the world are the first ones history forgets.